This is a special presentation from News Channel Nebraska.
Well, the spring sports season is here, and News Channel Nebraska is bringing you soccer on a Thursday night, presented by JBS, located in Grand Island. We have a matchup between the Islanders and Lincoln Southwest to get the spring sports season started. Brandon Axmit with you for all of the action here on News Channel Nebraska, the season opener for both of these two teams, and obviously aspirations for these proud programs to have a strong 2021 season. As many will remember, last season erased, did not happen due to the COVID-19 pandemic. So teams across the state in spring sports and coaches all in the same boat saying, we really have no idea what to expect when it comes to this year. We always have our goals and our expectations, but you don't have last season to base anything off of. You have so many new faces, and it's certainly going to be an interesting feeling out period, especially early on. But we're glad to be here. Grand Island taking on Lincoln Southwest. We can go back to 2 years ago. Grand Island actually lost to Lincoln Southwest in the district final back in 2019. The Silverhawks ending the Islanders season, again, 2 seasons ago, the most recent season that's been played. As for Southwest, after that district final 2 years ago, they entered the state tournament sitting at 13-2, but bowed out in the first round unexpectedly to Gretna. Talking to head coach Derek Scheich, said we had a great season, and we really just sort of did not live up to the expectation when the lights shone brightest at Omaha. And so after a 13-3 campaign 2 years ago in 2019, they're hoping to build on that as well. Let's take a look at key players. First off, for the Islanders, and we are going with Javi Beatty. It's, again, weird to say. First year, 2 years ago, he was a freshman. He burst onto the scene, scored 10-plus goals, and after sitting out sophomore year due to no season, he is now a junior, but he is supposed to be the talisman for this Islander team, expected to be one of the top goal-scoring threats for head coach Jeremy Jensen in his 15th year coaching this proud Islander program. Now, on the flip side, for Lincoln Southwest, they graduated so many players from their 2019 season. They were expecting 2020 to be a little bit of a rebuilding year, but one of those starters from the 2019 team, one of 2 that are still on the squad here in 2021, Eli Rhodes. He is a defensive mid holding type player, and coach Derek Scheich says they're going to rely on his technical skill and ability throughout the season, but particularly in this game, they're going to try to hopefully have him shut down Beatty as best that he can. Let's take a look now at our key defensive player that is brought to you by J-Tech Construction, the official exterior experts of the Huskers, and we're going with Tony Acosta. Again, one of the mainstays who was on the team 2 years ago, the last season that was played. Coach Jensen loves what he brings to the table. Also at that defensive mid spot, he will be playing soccer at the next level. He's signed to Dakota Wesleyan, and Coach Jensen says they expect him to be the anchor of this Islander team in terms of defensive stability and organization. Again, our key defensive player, brought to you by J-Tech Construction, and we are getting close to game time, but we need to take a look at our 5 points of impact, which are brought to you by 5 Points Bank. And for Lincoln Southwest, offensive firepower, it's kind of one of those unknowns. Again, they were replacing so much attacking power 2 seasons ago, and now with the unknown, Coach Scheich said we're going to need some people to step up, and we have the people to step up. It's just a matter of who will. Now, something that Southwest is very, very strong in is the goalkeeping position. Nolan Fuelberth has signed to play Division I at Northern Illinois, the first Lincoln goalkeeper to go D1 in more than a decade. Coach Scheich made no ifs, ands, or buts about it, saying that is one of the strengths of their team. Now for the Islanders, Coach Jensen says we want to use our speed and play wide. Not only Javi Beatty, but Diego Salas. We'll talk more about him up top. They have speed and skill they want to use on the wings, and their back line, a lot of familiarity there. All four of them were starters 2 seasons ago, so there's that continuity. That is a strength for the Islander team coming into this one. And again, the fifth point rather, is how quickly both of these teams feel things out. Again, after no season last year and a lot of unknowns, that could be the difference in terms of who comes out on top here this evening. Again, those are the 5 points of impact, brought to you by 5 Points Bank, which is proud to support area coaches and athletes. 5 Points Bank is the better bank. Time for starting lineups. Again, both of these teams 0-0, first game of the season. Referenced Javi Beatty already at the top. Cameron Carlson, he's expected to play that sort of target point man in the center. Salas on the left. And a couple of switches early pregame rather. Moises Kodum comes in up at the right mid spot. You have Pena and Acosta also in the midfield. Bermudez, Jensen, Linderman, Silva, and Danny Rendon getting put in between the sticks for GI. As for the Silverhawks, you have Lackey and Novosad up top in a 3-5-2 formation. Then you have Braden Kramer, central attacking mid. We talked about Eli Rhodes. He is alongside Johnny Lee and that defensive mid position in the middle of the pitch. And you have Kniss, Martin, Bestman, Jepson, Schwanke as a part of that 5 back with your wing backs and your 3 center backs. And then we referenced Nolan Fuelberth, the strength of this team in between the sticks for Lincoln Southwest. It is time to enjoy the game. This message brought to you by our friends at United Healthcare, wanting you to know that small towns matter. Getting a look at our officials here this evening, and a girls' game was played prior. Dominant victory for Lincoln Southwest, winning by 7 or 8 goals. I believe it was 8-0. And so we'll see what happens here in the boys' contest. But glad you're with us on News Channel Nebraska. Again, our Islander soccer coverage on NCN is presented by the Grand Island JBS. We'll take one quick break. We'll come back and we'll get ready to get this soccer season started here on a Thursday. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back here to Grand Island Senior High. We are seconds rather, away from the start of the spring sports season here for these two programs. After a year off due to the pandemic, they are ready to play and kick off this 2021 campaign. Again, interesting because talking to both coaches, you know, you have players that are now starting on varsity that were on the JV team 2 years ago, which again kind of goes to the uncertainty of every coach in the state in the same boat, not quite sure what to expect for their teams. Yes, they've played in the summer. Yes, they've done some club ball, but you don't have that reference point from last spring to draw from. It'll certainly be an interesting month and a half to 2 months as this spring season plays out. Glad you're with us on News Channel Nebraska. Taking a look at Captain Tony Acosta as we are ready to go here at Memorial Stadium. Again, the first time as well that the Islanders and the soccer team getting to play with the newly renovated field, press box, big screen, everything they expected to do last spring that got put on hold. They are now ready to experience. There's the whistle, and we are officially underway. So that ball quickly ushered out of play. The Islanders starting things in a 4-3-3, 4 at the back, 3 midfield, 3 up top. Talking to head coach Jensen, saying, you know, this year more than most, we're actually going to put more of an emphasis on situational formations, and depending on how things play out, there's a couple other formations the Islanders can shift to. Similar thoughts from Coach Scheich as well. Lincoln Southwest starting things in a 3-5-2 as their base formation. So you have Beatty threatening early on. Good, dangerous ball across, and that nearly found the foot of Salas. So not even a minute in, and a decent chance created for the Islanders. Another look at it here, brought to you thanks to Use Save Pharmacy. That is a dangerous ball, and Salas nearly got his toe on it. Coach Scheich said, you know, if you score a goal on Nolan Fuelberth, you've done something well. He doesn't imagine many will be getting past him this season. Again, not that Fuelberth made a save there, but he certainly had to come off his line and be ready to be called into action early here. Here comes Beatty again, dangerous on the left. Dropped back to Fuelberth. That was intercepted by Jepson. Now up the far side. High pressing here by the Islanders. Schwenke sends it forward, and that was sought out by Jensen, Jalen Jensen, the sophomore and son of Coach Jeremy Jensen. And Quentin Kniss unable to keep that one in for the Silverhawks. Big throw there by Silva. He's trying to get it to Cameron Carlson, a player who Coach Jensen said just entirely tested off the charts in the offseason in terms of his speed, his agility. And they weren't quite sure where they were going to put him. And at least to start the season, Coach Jensen said, we're just going to put him right in the center. We want him to play that target man, hold up play, and just see what kind of problems he can create due to his sheer athleticism. Obviously, when you have Beatty and Salas running off him, he's hoping that that can provide some good link-up play that turn into goals. First foul of the game committed by Braden Lackey. Jensen will take the free kick. Kramer lays it off to Rhodes, one of the captains, one of two returning starters on this Southwest Silverhawks team. Back to Rhodes. He's taken on Acosta, and nice job there by Juan. Pena to get a foot on that. Now the Islanders looking to counter. Here is Beatty, the junior speedster, again sending it across. And that one easily dealt with by Fuelberth. Well, this first half is brought to you thanks to the University of Nebraska at Omaha. As we are almost 5 minutes in. Another chance here for the Islanders, potentially. Pena with it. Back to Silva. Actually rolls out of play. Lincoln Southwest, a team, Coach Scheich says they're going to be trying to use their pace and talent on the outside as a dangerous cross is sent in. Nobody there. First real threat for Lincoln Southwest. Now in the middle, Johnny Lee. to Kramer. And Beatty again with space. Fuelberth in that keeper sweeper position, easily dealt with it there. And nice work there by Judson Martin to shield Beatty and let that ball roll harmlessly out of play. Some room here for Kniss to work with. Splits the defense, look out, Silverhawks threatening here, dangerous ball across, and we do have the offside flag. Here's another look. Nice run of play by Kniss, and he gets it across to Lackey. The Silverhawks unable to capitalize there. You didn't have the offside flag that was up, and Brendan kicks this one towards midfield. I'd like to remind you that tonight's broadcast is brought to you in part thanks to JBS, located right here in Grand Island. Jensen finds Beatty. Again, a lot of space for Beatty. And well done by Rhodes to slow him down. And we then have a foul, perhaps in a little bit of frustration after Silva won it back. 0-0 your score on the Aurora Cooperative scoreboard. Here's another look. So Lindemann sends this one into the box. And off Carlson. I think they might have said it actually hit his hand. Again, there is the look at Fuelberth, committed to Northern Illinois. Coach Scheich compared him to Jacob Hardy, the Kearney goalkeeper from a couple years back who owns the shutout record, and just said his athleticism, Fuelberth's, absolutely off the charts, rivals that of Hardy, and just speaks so highly of the talent that his goalkeeper possesses. Have a substitution. Ramsey Hamoda comes in for Lincoln Southwest. He is a Northeast transfer. Coach Scheich said he would play a very vital role and get a lot of minutes this season. And there he is right on cue, making a play and taking away a shot opportunity for the Islanders. Now the Silverhawks sending bodies forward. And Jensen got his long leg on it, but not out of danger yet. Brendan grabs it. He had Kniss coming on the backside, charging down. Beatty again, trying to find Carlson or Salas. Rhodes to Lackey, back to Rhodes, intercepted. Rhodes somehow still with the ball at his feet. Now he's going at the back line. Ball across again and just too much on it. It's Carter Novosad. Just couldn't quite put his foot on it at the right angle. Again, instant replay brought to you by USAVE Pharmacy, where they support their communities and area athletes and are proud to be the low price leader with the hometown touch. Find a location near you at usaverx.com. Just past the 10-minute mark here in the first half, still scoreless. No official shots on goal where the keepers have had to make saves, but still a couple threatening moments. Yeah, the early one by the Islanders, but since there's been about 2 or 3 pretty decent chances created by Lincoln Southwest. Here might be another one. Kniss taking on his defender, and that was good help defense. Jerome Silva making the tackle, seeing out the situation. There's Salas on the far side. And again, Fuelberth intercepts the pass that was intended for Beatty. Hamoda dribbling past defenders, a real opportunity for the Silverhawks. It's ricocheting and off the top crossbar. You see Hamoda, he's been in for a couple of minutes, but already causing issues. Deflects off a defender, then off of, I believe that was off Acosta's chest, and then hits the top of the crossbar, but we now have corner kick upcoming here for the Silverhawks. Looks like Rhodes will take it. Actually, no, quickly Lackey gets it to Rhodes. The short corner. That's out of play off Lindemann. And nobody on Hamoda, so he takes a rip and went for the near post. That had some curve on it. Rendon, though, felt like he wasn't too badly troubled. Dropping it all the way back. He had some pressure from Noah Hernandez, who was also substituted in for Grand Island for Carlson. So he's now at that center forward position. Quick throw. And here's a chance for Beatty. Beatty around his defender on his left foot. My goodness. And that is what the Islanders were hoping from Javi Beatty entering his junior season. An absolute rocket. Top shelf, and the Islanders strike first here in the 14th minute. One more look at this. One time around the defender, top shelf, and Fuelberth, for as good as he is, had no shot at stopping that one. 1-0 Grand Island. Reference the fact that Beatty had 10-plus goals as a freshman. The issue that Coach Jeremy Jensen had was, you know, he'd show up and score 2 goals, a brace, maybe a hat trick, 3 goals in a game, but those were games against inferior competition. And really, when the big stage was on, you know, the Omaha Souths, the Carneys, Lincoln Southwest, the quality opponents, he sort of fell away a little bit, according to Coach Jensen. Wasn't able to make as big of an impact that matched the skill set that he possessed. So Coach Jensen challenged him entering this season, saying, you know, we need you to play big, not only in the small games, but the big ones as well. And that's one way to start things. It seems that he certainly has answered that challenge here with that shot. Free kick here for the Silverhawks. Hamoda, that is a dangerous ball. He has that at his feet again. Back to Jepson. And Rendon deals with the danger. Well, tonight's game is brought to you in part thanks to United Healthcare, wanting you to know that small towns matter. 1-0 your score here, almost at the halfway point of the first half. And back to Javi Beatty. He was unable to settle that one. Might get to it almost. Have a couple substitutions coming in, one for each team. Carlson back on for the Islanders. Looks like Kramer for Lincoln Southwest. Tough defense there by Acosta. And free kick given here to the Islanders. Wide to Kniss. Waiting for an official. Looked like it's going to be a free kick actually given to the Islanders. So Beatty's going to take this. GI with 4 in the box. Curving in. Ramsey unable to clear. And the Islanders win themselves a corner kick. Curling in, it's off the body of Carlson. How about that athleticism? He was on the back post. The ball finds him. And the Islanders are up 2-0. The goals are 5 minutes apart. This one coming in the 19th minute. Fuelberth unable to get a hand on it. And it's credited to Carlson. He was there. There was a couple of Southwest defenders. The ball finds its way in the back of the net. We'll officially take another look at that replay when time allows. But the main point is the Islanders are up 2-0. One more look. It might have gone off the shoulder of that Southwest defender. That would have been Judson Martin. So Southwest in an early hole. Hard shot from Hamoda, dealt with by Rendon. his second save as we're at the halfway point. 2-0 your score on the Aurora Cooperative scoreboard. Go green with E15 and fill up at your nearest A stop today. Jensen bombs the free kick. It's knocked out from Bestman, so a throw coming up for GI. This is about as good of a start as you could hope for if you're an Islander fan. And the highly touted goalkeeper in Fuelberth has seen 2 balls go between the sticks. Gabriel Gonzalez taking the throw, who has just checked in for Grand Island. Also Noah Hernandez, who is subbed in with it. And a real opportunity here for Southwest. Rendon way off the line. And well done by the senior keeper. Another look brought to you by USAVE Pharmacy. Got there right before Novosad could. Several substitutions coming in. Pedro Ordonez as well, you see on the screen, number 43, currently in that left forward position where Beatty had been playing. Several players on this Grand Island roster, though, 50 in total. Coach Jensen, a big advocate, obviously, of the Islander program and club ball and getting players involved in the soccer scheme. In fact, he said we have about 50 kids on the team, including 18 freshmen that are a part of this program. And so he kind of joked and said, my JV coach is very busy. I kind of threw a lot of bodies at him, but we see the value in cultivating everyone that we can that shows skill. So said he got in touch with not only the JV coach, but athletic director Cindy Wells, trying to schedule 4 to 5 reserve games to get some match time for these younger freshmen and sophomores that all are a part of this Islander program. See Carlson just chasing the ball down, causing issues and forcing pressure. Hernandez tries to find Carlson. Tough D by Jepson. Now entering the 25th minute here. High school soccer on News Channel Nebraska. Grand Island leading Lincoln Southwest 2-0. Southwest threatening here. Rhodes, and he goes down. Free kick. A real opportunity here for the Silverhawks. This one will be from 20 yards out. Looks like officially 21. Here's a quick look at the foul committed by Pena. You have Hamoda there, and also Rhodes standing by the ball. Hamoda takes it, and he goes off the crossbar, and it's in. Quentin Kniss. Right place, right time. Do we have an offsides flag? It looks like there was confusion for a second, but the flag is down. And it's going to stand. Low shot by Hamoda around the wall, and Kniss off the chest puts it in and cuts the lead in half for the Silverhawks. Action-packed opening 30 minutes, 25 rather, here in Grand Island, and Beatty is back in and already causing issues. We have Beatty scoring in the 14th minute. We have more action potentially. Nice defense by Lindemann. Beatty got the scoring started 14th minute, an absolute rocket. Then we're still not quite sure if it was a Carlson goal or an own goal. Again, we'll look more at halftime, but regardless, off a corner kick, Grand Island goes up 2-0 5 minutes later in the 19th. And 6 minutes after that second goal, what we just saw was Kniss with a goal and a rocket shot saved by Rendon. And a player goes down, referee waves no penalty. Had it been, it would have been a PK in the box. But the Silverhawks have hit another gear in the past 6 or 7 minutes. A lot of pressure being put on this Islander back line. Third save for Rendon there. And there goes Beatty with the turn. He's in a foot race with Martin. Martin matching him stride for stride. And good defense by the junior defender. Here's another look coming right into your television screen. And that's how you defend against a very good player. Martin, a varsity newcomer, actually, according to Coach Scheich, but really likes the promise that he's shown, especially in the summer. And you saw some of that skill that Coach Scheich has seen on display right there. This broadcast is brought to you in part thanks to Nest 529 College Savings Plan. Brandon Axmet with you here on News Channel Nebraska. 2-1 lead for the Islanders. And that is going to be a foul on Grand Island. Quickly taken free kick. Ends up play by Jose Bermudez to head that one away. But Lincoln Southwest continuing to cause problems here now. It's been about the past 10 minutes, ever since that second goal by the Islanders. It's appeared to awaken the Silverhawks. Out of play for a Lincoln Southwest throw. And we have an illegal throw. So Grand Island now gets it. Your score on the Cornhusker Toyota Honda scoreboard. Nebraska's only dual Toyota Honda dealer where there's no need to drive to Lincoln or Omaha when shopping for a new or pre-owned vehicle. Check out the Sports Fans on Deers Avenue in Grand Island. Nice steal. That was Moises Kodum. The Silverhawks get it back Lackey turns. And now there's room. Hamoda in the middle of the pitch. The dummy, the shot, and it goes wide. Ball kicked towards Beatty. And that's easily dealt with by the center back, Bestman. That one just got away from Pena, out of play. And Rhodes gets the quick foul. And Carlson kind of trip over him. Again, one of two returning starters for this Lincoln Southwest team. Rhodes with a lot of space in the middle. Hamoda trying to get it wide, knocked out by Pena. Since, though, that second goal for Grand Island, not a lot of what you'd say is the past 15 minutes has been played in the Islanders' attacking half. Mentioned the fact that Southwest has just hit another gear. They are applying pressure, and the success and even the chances that Grand Island was seeing in the first 10 or 15 minutes sort of evaporated here in the latter parts of this half. We're about 8 minutes remaining before the break. Corner kick for the Silverhawks. It's the third for Lincoln Southwest. And Carlson, too much on it. Fielberth grabs it, quickly distributes it out to Kniss, Silverhawk goal scorer. Nice move here by Pena. Coming over and covering Bestman. Very well done. Sliding in, getting the ball. That's a captain making a very good play. 4-year letter winner. He's played a lot of soccer for the Silverhawks program, Bestman. Started every match as a sophomore, and he's that prototypical center back at 6'3", 185 pounds. Jensen boots that one away. Uh-oh, chance here for the Islanders. Beatty running at the back line. You had Jepson just fall down. Beatty gets a shot on. Fielberth, though, deals with that fairly easily. Six minutes remaining here in the opening half. Rhodes with a lot of room in the middle of the field rather. And up now to Hamoda. So crafty on the ball. Sends it out wide now to Lee. Little 1-2. It'll be another corner here for Southwest. Quickly taken, short corner. And a shot sails high from Rhodes. Another look at it here. That is the 7th shot from Southwest. So we're now in the final 5 minutes. You can see the back line for the Silverhawks at midfield, applying a lot of pressure. Kniss still with the ball at his feet. And that's nice defense from Silva. It'll still remain with Lincoln Southwest. They quickly take the throw. Rhodes. Good ball to switch the field. And that went off the foot of Jensen. Grand Island still failing to clear this out of danger. 3.5 to play. Hamoda turns. Intercepted. Beatty with it. A lot of space in front of him. Islanders looking to counter. Beatty past the defender. He has Salas. Salas running on. Cross, and great save by Fuelberth. He tried to go low, and Fuelberth was too quick. Such a great move by Beatty. This is what you want if you're Salas, and try to go between the legs, the 5-hole. Fuelberth makes the save. And it's still 2-1, under 3 to go. That would have been a huge momentum booster for the Islanders. You always reference in soccer, you know, getting scored on or scoring right before half, and then what that can do in terms of changing the dynamic of a match. That certainly would have been a monster boost for Grand Island, especially since how the latter part of this half is gone, and you have another shot by Southwest, sailing well over the crossbar. Another look thanks to USAVE Pharmacy. And if you're Kramer, you would feel after settling that ball, you would have liked to have done a little bit better than that. At least put that thing on target. Of course, it's always easier said than done. Under 90 seconds to go. The Islanders get one more chance here. Beatty nearly got it up top, but great defensive work by Jepson. But here we go again. Beatty gets the ball across and just didn't quite get it at enough of an angle for Hernandez to run on. Fuelberth, again, doing a great job coming off his line. Final minute. And Southwest, if they hurry, may get one more opportunity. 15 seconds. Now less than 10. Salas up the far side. There's not going to be enough time. Official letting them play. And there's the whistle. So 40 minutes gone. An action-packed first half here at Memorial Stadium in Grand Island. The Islanders lead 2-1 at the break. We'll take a break as well, come back with some match analysis, first half highlights, and more coming up on News Channel Nebraska. Welcome back to Grand Island Senior High. Brandon Axamit with you here on News Channel Nebraska for our first soccer broadcast of the spring season. Action-packed half between these two top 10 teams. 2-1 lead rather for Grand Island. It was a very action-packed opening 40 minutes. I'd like to remind you, this Community Spotlight here on News Channel Nebraska, brought to you thanks to your local power utility and Nebraska Public Power District. They're always there when you need them. And Grand Island, a very proud soccer program, 7-time state qualifier, runners-up in that magical 2011 season. Girls lone trip to state back in 2001. Grand Island is a town population just shy of 50,000. And you see that enrollment, one of the biggest Class A's student enrollment in the state, I believe at number 3 from the most recent numbers released by the NSAA. And for you license plate number counters, Hall County is number 8. Again, thank you to NPPD for our community spotlight here on News Channel Nebraska, as we now jump into some of those first half highlights that we saw in the opening 40 minutes. Islanders created some early chances, and Javi Beatty, the junior, getting by as a defender. That is an unstoppable shot. That goal coming in the 14th minute, and the Islanders up 1-0 early on. Well, about 5 minutes later, you have corner kick sent in by Beatty, and didn't know if it was a goal off of Carlson or a defender, and it appears from everything we can tell it's an own goal off of Judson Martin. But Islanders with that take a 2-0 lead in the 19th minute, and some shots being sent in. I tell you what, Ramsey Hamoda coming off the bench, he offers a whole nother type of weapon for Southwest. You saw Hamoda on the free kick off the woodwork, and Kniss follows up, puts it in off the chest. That goal coming in the 24th minute. And it is 2-1, and after that goal, Lincoln Southwest dominated for the majority of the remainder of the half. You had Vrendon being tested multiple times by that Southwest attack. But here, despite the fact that Lincoln Southwest really started to assert themselves in the latter part of the first half, Javi Beatty causing a lot of issues. That last shot, this time passing it off to Diego Salas. You see what he's trying to do, and Fuelberth getting his right foot on it. That was about 2 minutes before the break. Islanders narrowly missing out on going up 3-1. Instead, it remains 2-1 as we get ready for second half action. We'll take one more break here on News Channel Nebraska. Come back and get ready for the next 40 minutes here at Memorial Stadium. And welcome back. We are ready to go here at Memorial Stadium. In Grand Island, Brandon Axamit with you. The opening match of the season between these two top 10 programs, Southwest and Grand Island. Islanders leading 2-1 as we start the action. If your head coach, Derek Scheich, you're feeling very good how you ended that half, really the second half of the first half. Besides Beatty creating that last chance for Salas at the very end, you were in complete control. Now you're upset, of course, that you conceded those 2 early goals to put yourself in the hole that you found yourself in, but you got a goal back, cut it in half, and then really dominated the last 20 or so minutes. If you're Grand Island head coach Jeremy Jensen, obviously you love the start. Beatty clearly the significant threat that's causing all the issues for Southwest. You just sort of want to regroup, reassert yourself. Interesting to see if there will be a formational shift or change for either of these teams here in the second. But if you're Grand Island, you just want to kind of go back to what was working for you early on in the game. Now, just over a minute into this second half, which is brought to you in part thanks to Nest 529 College Savings Plan. Southwest pressing forward again. Still continuing to play high, and here's Rhodes. Wins it back. Schwanke rather. I think that was an attempt at a cross. Goes well wide of the goal. And here is Beatty again, getting past that first defender, trying to find Salas. A little too much on the cross. Same story, though, as the first half. Beatty causing a lot of issues for the back line. Also like to remind our viewers this broadcast is brought to you thanks to Region 4 Behavioral Health System. Look out, here comes Beatty again, still with it at his feet. Free kick here for the Silverhawks. Have a substitution for Grand Island. Gonzalez out. Cameron Carlson back in. He was the closest Islander to that second goal. Again, forcing 2 Silverhawks to defend him in that box, and from what we can tell, it did bounce off of Judson Martin and found the back of the net for that second goal for Grand Island. Another corner kick. Carlson clears it out. Southwest, big fans of the quick kick on the corner. Seldom have they sent one all the way into the box. Salas applying pressure. Maybe a little bit closer than Fuelberth had anticipated. Not quite sure if he was ready for that drop back to him. Strong slide tackle, and it could spring a counter here for the Silverhawks. Screaming down the far side, and that was dangerous. A shot, and it's in. Ramsey Hamoda. He has made an impact ever since he's come on the pitch, and we are tied 2-2. And that was all sprung by Tanner Novosad, a freshman. Gets the ball across, and Hamoda slots it into the far corner. And so the 2-0 lead that the Islanders had in the 19th minute has been entirely erased. Only took about 5 minutes here in the second half for the Silverhawks to strike again. Southwest wanting more. Chip up to Hamoda. That ball searching for Salas, easily dealt with by Fuelberth. Hamoda again has it at his feet. Gets a shot off, curling it off the crossbar. Every time this young man has the ball at his feet, something is happening. That is the second time he has hit the woodwork. Just found the back of the net, and Coach Scheich very happy that he decided to come from Lincoln Northeast and be a part of this program. Substitution for Grand Island. Kevin Aguilar is on in that, looks like second defensive mid spot. Grand Island, looks like they have changed formations as well, with a back five currently. Again, trying to deal with all of the pressure being applied by the Silverhawks attack. And that one headed away by Jensen. Rhodes drops it back. Rhodes now charging forward. Well, the Silverhawks, another chance here. Ball on his right foot deflected. That was Jensen stopping the shot from Lackey. Still not out of trouble yet. Rhodes goes down. And I think this is going to be for flopping. And Rhodes is given a yellow. Official says you went down too easy and we're looking for the penalty. So that's again a call that's to discourage that type of behavior. Here's another look at it. So Rhodes with a yellow. Almost 10 minutes in here. Lincoln Southwest equalized in the 45th minute. All knotted up to a piece on your Aurora Cooperative scoreboard. Stolen away again by the Silverhawk back line. Kramer lays it off here to Lackey. Lackey trying to turn, still has the ball, taking on multiple defenders. Lackey gets the cross in, and Jensen was there to deal with the issue. It was a good thing that he did, because you had Kramer waiting in position to clean that up. Substitution for Grand Island. Noah Hernandez is back on. Looks like we'll have a free kick here. I'd like to remind our viewers this broadcast is brought to you thanks to JBS, located right here in Grand Island. Another dangerous opportunity for the Silverhawks. Hamoda steps over, and that's sailing towards the back post. Sent in again, and no one on Hamoda. He has a crack, and Rendon is there. If you are Grand Island, you got to figure out a way to not lose Hamoda and leave him unmarked on the back post, allowing him to have that shot. But here comes Beatty. Cuts it in. It's dealt with, and now Southwest may spring a counter. Ball sent forward towards Lackey. He's unable to get there. Quick little sequence there. You had Hamoda. Shot was saved by Rendon, and then Beatty quickly coming up the other way for Grand Island. That one intercepted by Jepson. Chance to send it across here for the Silverhawks. And the shot blocked. Hernandez getting his body in front of it. Almost 15 minutes in. One goal here since halftime. That was courtesy of Ramsey Hamoda, who equalized in the 45th minute for Lincoln Southwest. You really just have the Islanders on their back feet, soaking up the pressure from Southwest, trying to deal with it. And another ball sent in, headed away, but not out of danger. Deflected. Jensen is there, gets rid of it. And you have just two up top for Grand Island, really in an attacking position. Really just one right now with Beatty. Everybody else playing back. As we near the 15-minute mark here in the second half, 56th minute. Lackey. Again, Jensen is there. And that'll go out for a corner. Another look thanks to USAVE Pharmacy. Just getting across the line before Hernandez could get there. Substitutions coming in for both teams. Rhodes back in for Southwest. Rhodes will take the corner. Another quick one to Hamoda. Another steal. Johnny Lee coming up from the back line. Shot on target nearly. Looked for a second like that one was going to dip enough to give Rendon issues. Just sailing over the crossbar. That one from Schwanke. And free kick awarded to the Islanders. But really this start of the second half is going the same way as the end of the first, and that's with Southwest dominating possession, creating chances, and making things very difficult for Grand Island. Those who had just turned in recently, Grand Island jumped out to a 2-0 lead. Javier Beatty made it 1-0 in the 14th minute, then an own goal off of a Grand Island corner kick put GI up 2-0 in the 19th minute. But then Quentin Canis scored off of a free kick. The free kick hit the crossbar. He cleaned it up, made it 2-1, and that was your score at halftime. And then Ramsey Hamoda in the 45th minute, or 5 minutes after the start of the second half, finds the back of the net and equalizes. And here we are, 2-2, nearing the halfway point of the second half. Hamoda again. Lays it off, and Rhodes unable to put that on target. More substitutions for the Islanders. Jose Ventura and Gabriel Gonzalez. Here comes Kramer. Nicely intercepted by Bermudez. And some nifty footwork here by Roberto Lindemann. The home fans here like that. They call him Beto. And tried to take on another defender. This time, ball goes out of play. But Lindemann Another one of those captains on the Islander team. You're seeing the footwork there. One back by Southwest. More danger for the Islanders. All the space in the world for Rhodes, but again, well off target from that shot from distance. Right now, Coach Jensen very animated on the sidelines. I believe trying to just motivate his players. Because right now, the way it's been for about the past 40 minutes of play, they have been well on their heels. Southwest in complete control. Another opportunity. That one was Jepson. Tried to get the volley. No, excuse me, that was actually Carter Novosad. One of two Novosads. He's the senior. Younger brother Tanner, just a freshman. Both going to be major contributors this year, according to Coach Scheich. We are now officially past halfway through the second half. 61st minute. It's a rare opportunity with the Islanders in their attacking half. Salas taking on multiple defenders. And he's ushered out of play. But it will be Islander throw. And Jeremy Jensen, 15th year head coach here at Grand Island Senior High, former mayor of Grand Island as well, where he was doing double duties. No longer holds that position, decided to not run again, and is able to fully put his efforts towards soccer and building this Islander program. Islanders now, though, with more bodies forward. And when you do that, you're vulnerable, but what they had been doing hasn't been working. So they're trying to see if they can potentially create some more attacking opportunities. Salas on the far side. You have Carlson back in the center forward position and Salas on the right. Salas getting away, Beatty on the right as Salas got past his defender. Ball won back by Novosad. Two-year score on the Aurora Cooperative Scoreboard, helping you add value to every aspect of your operation. Check them out at auroracoop.com. Brandon Axemet with you here on News Channel Nebraska Live High School Soccer as the spring sports season officially underway. And there's Derek Scheich, 5 years with Lincoln Southwest. as the boys' head coach. Also was with the girls' program prior. And Lincoln Lutheran grad of 2006. Free kick awarded. See if it's any more than that. Official goes and has a word with Salas. So a free kick from 39 yards out. And it finds the head of Braden Kramer, and that was not far off from an upper 90 goal to take the lead. That ball was put on a platter. Seemed like it went off the head and shoulder. Almost found the back of the net. 65th minute here, tied 2-2. Ball searching for Carlson. That ball deflected by James Quick. Hamoda flipping it in. Ball's bouncing around dangerously, cleared out by the Islanders. That ball slices well wide from Johnny Lee. Well, this broadcast is brought to you in part thanks to Nest 529 College Savings Plan. There's Beatty, very dangerous in the first half. He's had a couple of moments since, but they've been few and far between. Southwest clearly focusing their efforts on slowing him down after what he did to get that opening goal and also create chances in that first half specifically. We'd like to remind all of our viewers that News Channel Nebraska Sports is on Twitter. @NCN Sports is the handle, and if you would like, and if you enjoy soccer, if you enjoy baseball, if you enjoy football, basketball, whatever sport it may be, give us a follow @NCN Sports. We tweet out game interviews, highlights, as well as updates, recaps, anything else you could possibly want @NCN Sports on Twitter. We have a foul. That'll be a free kick for GI. They have Acosta playing in an attacking position. He started out at the defensive midfield spot. He's a very versatile player for the Islanders. Coach Jensen trying to switch some things up. You have Acosta and Beatty, the two up top. There's Acosta holding up. We do have a Silverhawk who is down, and so Islanders kicking it out of play. And Novosad, it's Carter, the senior, able to get up and off the pitch under his own power. And especially early on in the season, you see some cramping pop up, especially later in the match. Big boot by Rendon. here is, once again, Hamoda. He's been the difference maker for Southwest. Another shot on, took a deflection, and it finds the back of the net. Southwest leads 3-2. Eli Rhodes, the senior captain, gives the Silverhawks their first lead of the game. And that is a tough one. Looks like it took a deflection off Lindemann. But you never know what happens when you kick a ball low and hard in traffic. It starts bouncing around like a pinball. And Southwest, after trailing 2-0 early in the contest, are now up 3-2. So now just over 10 minutes to go, and the Islanders are going to have to start rolling the dice a little bit in terms of formations and sending attackers forward, now chasing the lead. Scoring summary is as follows. Javier Beatty put Grand Island up 1-0 in the 14th minute. Then in an own goal off a corner kick, gave Grand Island a 2-0 lead in the 19th minute. Quentin Kniss made it 2-1 for Lincoln Southwest in the 24th. That was your score at halftime. Then in the 45th minute, 5 minutes after the break, Ramsey Hamoda equalizes. And what you just saw there, Eli Rhodes puts Southwest up for the first time. 3-2 ball game. And we are officially less than 10 to go. That's someone you're desperately trying to get more involved in the latter stages of this match is Beatty. Southwest has done a good job of slowing him down here in the second half. This will be Islander throw. One more look at the goal to give Southwest their lead, and tough luck for the Islanders. Deflected bottom corner, 3-2. Lincoln Southwest. Your score on the Cornhusker Toyota Honda scoreboard. Nebraska only dual Toyota Honda dealer. There's no need to drive to Lincoln or Omaha. Check out the sports fans at Cornhusker Toyota Honda on Deers Avenue. Can Grand Island scrape something back here? It'll definitely be against the run of play. Lincoln Southwest has been dominant since the opening 20 minutes. Free kick here for the Silverhawks. And that'll be a goal kick. .7 minutes and change remaining. Southwest threatening. Here we maybe go again. Rendon is out and gets his paws on it. Lincoln Southwest was trying to put the nail in the coffin, nearly did. Six minutes. We have another quick sub coming in for Grand Island. Looks like a free kick awarded to the Silverhawks. Time running out here for the Islanders. More bodies being sent on by head coach Jeremy Jensen. Got Acosta back on, as well as Moises Kodum. Hoping for some magic here. But if you're Grand Island, you're gonna have to take chances, get bodies forward, and make yourself vulnerable to the counterattack. So free kick awarded here to Southwest, 4.5 to play. Novosad. Oh, the Islanders are awarded a free kick. Have Jensen calling for everybody to get forward, sends it towards Carlson. One back in the middle by Rhodes.
Yes, I am a man.
And another free kick awarded. 3 minutes to go. Southwest obviously will take their time here. And dangerous ball. Rendon gets it. Salas with a good turn. Past his defender. And he had Beatty, but there was some miscommunication between Beatty and Carlson. That was one of the better opportunities the Islanders have created in quite some time. They were unable to take advantage. 2 minutes to go. Rhodes takes the free kick very quickly. That is Not a very good clear from Rendon. Acosta. And that's too far out. Fuelberth scoops it up. Jensen with the steal. More bodies forward. And here may be an opportunity for the Silverhawks. Novosad gets it across. It was deflected. 1 minute to play. There goes Salas. Tries to lay it off to Beatty, unable to do so. 45 seconds. And the side official saying a bad throw-in, I believe. He wasn't out of bounds when he threw it, and so that's a tough one for Grand Island. You see the yellow line is out of bounds. So Southwest gets the throw, and 10 seconds to go. It looks like the Silverhawks will be able to see this one out. And there is the whistle. It's official. The Silverhawks score 3 unanswered to defeat Grand Island in their season opener, improving to 1-0. Islanders dropping to 0-1. GI got up early. The Silverhawks responded, were able to assert themselves, and dominated the majority of the second half and got that game-winning goal in the 67th minute. We'll take a break. We'll come back with our post-game. We'll hear from head coach Scheich and our player of the game, and also take a look at highlights. All coming up on News Channel Nebraska. And welcome back here pitch side. Joining us, Lincoln Southwest head coach Derek Scheich, as the Silverhawks get the 3-2 victory. Coach, you referenced that you're a little hoarse right now. You tell us about what you were shouting about or encouraging on the sidelines.
Just giving instructions to the players and encouragement, reminders as well. But as I mentioned to you before we went on air, Coach Jensen and I seem to be having a shouting match. So I don't know who had it worse, but the voice is a little hoarse right now. So, but it's worth it with the win. So
well, very passionate coaches, you included. Now you went down 2-0, and after that, you seemed to respond pretty quickly and really take control for the rest of the match. What do you think the difference was, and what allowed you to ultimately get out of that 2-0 hole?
Yeah, going down 2-0 fairly early in the match was a big surprise for us, but I think we saw it as an opportunity to just show our intestinal fortitude and just battle back and pull together as a team. We made some adjustments with personnel and just tactically some adjustments, and that kind of we were able to claw back those goals and then pull ahead at the end. So very exciting for us.
How big was that as a part of that comeback to get that goal so early in the second half from Hamoda?
Yeah, Ramsey, super excited to have him with us this season, and just him leveling it up for us just made it, just got us right back in it, and it was a 0-0 game then from there on. So it seemed like we were on the front foot after he scored that goal, and we just kept pressing, and we finally pushed through.
Well, lastly, I'm going to talk to Eli next. Got the game winner, if you will, one of 2 returning starters, I believe, for you. So how big was his impact tonight?
Rhodes' impact just it goes far beyond what he does on the field, but he just ran the midfield tonight for us, just winning a lot of balls, playing quick in transition, and just his leadership on and off the field has been and will be instrumental for us this season. So,
Coach, appreciate the time. Good luck the rest of the way.
Appreciate it.
All right, let's bring on Eli, our player of the game. So, Eli, how'd it feel playing high school soccer? It's been a little while.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a year, so it was nice. It was really good.
Something else that I'm sure you might think was nice is getting a game winner. Walk us through what happened there.
So it was just, I think it was like 10th minute, maybe 11th minute, and we had a counter down the left, and then Kateman, the left wing back, played it into me, and I just saw an opening, so I took a shot. It took a deflection, bottom left, so it was pretty exciting. Shocked. I thought the goalie was going to get it. He was, inches away from getting it, so.
Well, sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and it certainly did tonight. Now, tell me what you're thinking going down 2-0 20 minutes in. Were you worried? Were you sort of shell-shocked? You guys obviously responded.
Yeah, at first I was a little shocked, but I wasn't worried at all. We were playing through them. We were comboing through their whole team most of the game. We just couldn't find the back of the net. They got a couple counters, a couple lucky goals, I'd say. So I wasn't worried.
Well, you start off the season 1-0. How do you feel, and what do you think this team has talent-wise and what you guys are hoping to accomplish this year?
I think this is the most talented team I've ever played on. We have depth. We have a lot of seniors. We had some transfers come in that moved houses, so it was really nice. Got a couple good players. I think that we have a really good chance at going to state this year, hopefully making it all the way. So.
Well, Eli, nice game tonight, and good luck moving forward this year.
Thank you.
Eli Rhodes, our player of the game winner as the Silverhawks win 3-2. We'll take another break, come back, and wrap things up here from Grand Island.
And welcome back, wrapping things up here on our post-game show, brought to you by Do Right now here in Grand Island. Let's take a look at our top plays of the match. Opening game of the season for top 10 programs, Lincoln Southwest making the trip to Grand Island to take on the Islanders. And this is, again, after a season was missed. No soccer in 2020, but we're in 2021. Last time this guy played, he's a freshman, Javi Beatty, the junior, making an instant impact. 14th minute goal, the Islanders up 1-0 off of that rocket. There was no way Nolan Fuelberth was stopping that one. Just 5 minutes later, Beatty takes the corner, and the ball bounces in off a Southwest defender own goal. But Grand Island will take it either way. It's 2-0, 20 minutes in. But not long after, Southwest responds off the free kick. Quentin Knist ends up putting it in off the chest, making it 2-1. This was tough defense by the strong back line. Braden Bessman with the slide tackle. It would be 2-1 going into halftime, but the Silverhawks would get the equalizer not shortly after the break. Tanner Novosad charging down the line, gets the ball into the box, and Mr. Ramsey Hamoda, the Lincoln Northeast transfer, takes care of the rest. He was making an impact every time he had the ball. 45 minutes. It's 2-2. Lincoln Southwest really started to assert their dominance after about the 25-minute mark. And so we are tied up, and Lincoln Southwest getting a lot of chances. Early free kick and the header just missing from Braden Kramer, but they really had a majority of opportunities, and if you keep trying, eventually you're going to find the back of the net, and that's exactly what happened for Eli Rhodes. Sends the shot in, pinballs off a defender, finds the bottom corner. That goal coming in the 67th minute, and Lincoln Southwest would see the game out. Trailed 2-0, end up winning 3-2 to improve to 1-0 on the season. Grand Island drops to 0-1. Well, hope you enjoyed our coverage here of soccer. We enjoy doing all sports, and now we're officially in the spring season. And we will be doing baseball tomorrow for all you viewers as well. So we have a doubleheader planned as Lincoln East goes to Norfolk. Our live coverage for tomorrow's baseball begins at 4:50 p.m. Central. And we will have much more soccer and some baseball just throughout the spring season as well. And all you need to do is go to newschannelnebraska.com, click on the NCN Sports Now tab, and go to broadcast schedule, and you can see exactly what we'll be doing. Or if you don't want to do that, if you follow us on Twitter at NCN Sports, we tweet out and promote all of the games we'll be covering, when and where. As for tonight, that will do it from Grand Island. As always, a special thanks to our terrific camera crew. For Tyler Bersofsky and Michael Harms in the truck, I'm Brandon Axemit. One more reminder, though, as we go back to regular programming, quarantine tonight for all of you QT fans is what we will be sending you to Red Raven performing tonight on Quarantine Tonight. So with that, we'll send you to Quarantine Tonight, and we will see you for live baseball tomorrow in Norfolk at 4:50 p.m.